Hi class, we're going to take a look at Revel, the tool that contains our textbook for our semester. If you go to your modules, you'll see that we have a Revel link actually over here on the side, Pearson Revel, but we have links in each of our modules to the assignments that are due. So I can click on this welcome assignment, and when I click on it, I will see that it is a Pearson assignment. Notice that Pearson is not deep linked into Canvas. That means that it does not take me directly to the assignment when I click on the link. Instead, it opens Revel at my dashboard, and then I have to find the assignment in my dashboard. So I'm looking for the welcome assignment. Here it is. Now, while we're here, this is the Revel Dashboard. You'll see across the top that we have some different options. And then we're shown our assignments by due date. So for our first assignments, our semester starts on 8/22, and those first assignments are due the following Tuesday. So that's the way our schedule is set up. Assignments are available on the Monday, and they're due the following Tuesday. For our first assignment, we actually have 2 Revel units, so I'm going to open the welcome unit first. I see that the welcome unit contains several notes and information for students, so I'll give you an opportunity to look through that. Make sure to do so before the due date. Because both of these modules or sections are due on the same date, the other chapter is also shown here in the assignment view. For chapter 1, it's more of a normal chapter. We see an outline view of our chapter contents. We see the assignments that are available. These 2 projects will be scored, and the scores will be reported to Canvas, so these are required. None of the quizzes that show up in Revel will be scored, so those are available to you for practice, but they will not impact your grade. Your grade will be based on the projects that are scored. In addition to the projects and the chapter content, each chapter has a section called Programming Exercises from the book. I'll show you that section in a moment. When you're going through Revel, each of the different sections is going to have some reading material. Oops, I keep forgetting. It shows me the due date when I click on it, so I don't see the assignment the same way you do. I can use the resources link, however, to see that material. So I'm going to click on resources, and you can try it also. In our resources, we have access to a complete copy of the textbook, and I have access to some other instructor resources. You may have access to some of those, but I'm going to open the book, and I wanted to see in chapter 1, I had clicked on the objectives. So I'll see the reading material for the textbook, and I can move through the textbook using the next and prior links, or of course using the links, or I can search for things throughout the material. So the Revel content is very, very helpful. Now, looking at the reading material, key terms are highlighted as links so you can see definitions to those terms. These beginning sections offer some visuals, and a lot of our Revel content offers self-check information, so you can just try these, quiz yourself to see how you're doing, how you're retaining information, and again, additional exercises. As I mentioned, none of these are graded, but they're very, very helpful in working through the material to for you to make sure that you're understanding the content. Now, in Chapter 1, we do have a lot of material that's introductory. I'm going to go ahead and skip down to section 1.11, which talks about developing programs using NetBeans. I mentioned earlier we don't need to install NetBeans yet, but you are welcome to do so if you like. In Supplement 1B, there are further instructions available. But notice how there is a video embedded in the content of this material. There's additional help and practice. So your Revel material is just very, very robust and gives you a lot of great information. If I decided that I wanted to use the Eclipse environment for developing instead of NetBeans, there's additional information here. So as you go through the material, information will be updated on your access of the material and how you've done on everything. I want to take a look at the programming exercises from the book section. This section includes many programming exercises. So it will have the assignment exercise, and then it'll give you an opportunity to compile and run the activity and do some sort of automatic check on it. For example, exercise 1.1. Right now, my chapter is set to chapter 1, and it's set to exercise 1. So here in the source code editor, I could paste source code and choose automatic check, or I could develop my source code here in the Revel editor and compile and run it, and then do the automatic check. I have many, many different options. So I can use this online check utility for all of the different exercises. Students that go through all of these programming exercises do get a lot more experience than students that do not. You'll of course have some assignments that are basically some of these activities, but going through the helpful material in Revel is just such a great learning experience. There are often embedded videos in this content also. Now I want to go back to my dashboard and see other great things that I can find in my content. So I believe I'll go back to resources and open the book again. And I want to show you that down at the bottom we have some material that can be very helpful. The supplemental material is one section. First of all, you can find solutions to all of the even-numbered exercises that are in those end-of-chapter project lists. So it's really a great thing to at least do the even-numbered ones, because Revel supplies you with an answer file so that you can go to the solutions if you're having trouble getting it figured out, or you just need a little bit of help. Now, in addition to the solutions, there's a link to download software, and this link has many, many different types of software links available. The supplements link shows you some of the tutorials and video notes that are available in the Revel content. So, for example, we should be able to find this information in our content. We might have to search for it, but we should be able to find it. The debugging section reminds you of some common errors and gives you some common solutions. Errata is basically updates, things that have changed, code that maybe is updated, or anything like that that's changed since the material was published. Alright, so we have a lot of great material that we can find here in Revel. We are ready to get started using the material and writing our first program. So I will leave that to our next video. Thanks.